Hey guys, Dan and Russ here of Dual Coast Podcast. We are super excited for Tuesday, January 7th. It's coming up quick. It came up fast, but we are super stoked. We are super ready. Russ, how you feeling?
It's hard to believe, Dan. You looking back, like we have been talking about this for months, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, wow, we're 4 days away from our launch of Dual Coast Podcast.
Yes, we are.
And you're right. It came quickly, but we've done a lot of work. We've done a lot of pressure. Not that we're going to have everything 100% ready to go, but I'm jazzed about Tuesday morning, and we're ready to go. 8:30 on East Coast time. In the morning and 5:30 here on the West. And we've got some great things that are going to be shared, some great topics. Tell us a couple of things, man.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff on Tuesday. We're going to bring up some topics, probably on fitness, a little bit on mental health. We're going to go over some stuff that we're going to discuss on the podcast in general. We're going to do some introductions about myself, about Russ himself, a little bit about what we do for a living on the side, a little bit about the podcast in general. And then we're going to talk about some guests that we're going to have coming up. We're going to talk about what they do, who they are, and give some specifics about them. And we're really hyped up. We're ready to go.
The thing about it is, Dan, I think about our first guest, Frank Seppi, right?
Yeah.
He's in your neck of the woods.
Correct.
And when I think about Frank, I'm reminded that, he reminds me of you and I in our build, our physique, right?
Yes. Yeah. We're both shredded like Frank.
You guys are going to see this beast that comes in on January 14th and is going to blow your mind. He is amazing. And so he's pumped. He's excited, and we're excited to have him on as well. So you got a couple of bullets on him as far as some background on Frank?
Yeah, guys. So Frank's going to be a big time guest of ours. We're excited to lead it off with him. Really happy he's coming on. So, Frank's an innovator. He's a motivator. He's a muscle and fitness magazine editor. He's an owner of Seppi Nutrition. He's a master trainer. He's been in this game for a long period of time. He used to do competition bodybuilding, still does a little bit of competitions on the side, I believe. Does a lot of magazine shoots. Super stoked to have him coming on. He's going to be great to have with us. It's going to give you guys some great information, give you guys some great bullet points, some great tips, and we're hyped.
We are hyped. And I look forward for all of you to follow us and to hear our podcast and spread the word about Dual Coast Podcast, because it's going to be it's going to be live. It's going to be edgy. It's going to be cutting edge. And so, there's some things and some guests that we're going to be stating, and some guests that we're going to be talking to that are going to just basically blow your mind. So start spreading the word about Dual Coast Podcast, coming January 7th, 5:30 a.m. West Coast, 8:30 a.m. on the East.
That's right. Guys, we're going to be on Instagram at Dual Coast Podcast. We are on X at Dual Coast Podcast. TikTok on the same handle, Facebook on the same handle, and you can catch us here live on YouTube at those times that Russ just said. And everything's going to be recorded, so we'll be on Spotify as well. I'll put all the links in the bio. You guys can check it out.
Awesome, man. Look forward to it.
Look forward to it. Let's go, baby.
4 days. Let's go. Dual Coast.